part of my morning routine. I used to be a smoker 8 years ago. I was a smoker for over 47 years. And along with smoking, your body will absorb and will hold on to the chemicals that are in the cigarettes. And so I've been trying lately to get rid of those chemicals. And not only that, I have an amalgam filling from years ago, and so I've been trying to get rid of the metals, that the extra metals that I think I perceive to be causing my dental issues. I've never had a cavity in my life, never had any problems with my teeth. And then I get an amalgamate filling from a cracked tooth, and all of a sudden, 10 years after the fact, I start to have issues. And recently, really bad issues with my gum line and with my teeth, gingivitis. And so, not only from smoking, but also, I believe, from the amalgamate filling leaking out, because they're supposed to be replaced every 10 years. Well, mine wasn't. So the way that I'm getting rid of the heavy metals in my body is I take moringa, um, not all the time. I've been doing this one because moringa takes 97% of, it will bind with 97% of the chemicals in chelation, and that's when you get rid of those chemicals in your body. So moringa, but I haven't been doing it regularly. I've been doing chlorella, organic chlorella, and I've been doing that every morning. And because I know that there is cellulose in any type of capsule that you purchase, okay, any type, the outer casing, there is an element of petroleum in that. And that's to hold it together. But that also, I did an experiment one time where I took all the outside piece, the shell, and I put it in a glass jar that you could see, and I filled it with a little bit of vinegar, and I think it was just apple cider vinegar I used, and it's to mimic your stomach acids. And so I put all the capsules, and I had a week's worth of capsules inside this glass with this vinegar, and I left it overnight. And in the morning, it had turned to Vaseline. What's Vaseline? Vaseline is a petroleum product. So I'm going to show you how I use the chlorella to get rid of the heavy metals in my body. And you know, I've been finding that I've been getting a lot of very slight headaches, right? And I researched it because I was a little concerned about it. And I found out that um, from doing chelation, sometimes you will get headaches because that's your body clearing itself of the chemicals that have been in there for a long time. And, you know, I'm a true believer in that. So I have emptied a capsule into into a cup. I have a metal straw because it doesn't taste so good. Now, what you can do is you can put it in with your smoothie in the morning when, if you have a green smoothie, and if you don't, you should start. So if you have a green smoothie in the morning with, let's say, kale, I'm going to pour this in a glass so you can see it. So you put the powder, the chlorella, in a glass, or mix it in with your smoothie in the morning, a kale smoothie. And I use a metal straw because I don't like the taste. So, and I drink this down every morning, and that's part of chelation. That's part of getting rid of the heavy metals in your body. And that's why I use a straw, because I don't like the taste of it at all. But I do take this in the morning prior to having my coffee. It's just all part of the process, right? It's part of cleaning your body out. I mean, the sugars and the toxins that we put into our body is what's making us sick. That's what's making us sick. And seriously, think about it. They put an amalgamate filling in a cracked tooth. And 10 years it was supposed to be taken out, and it wasn't. And what happens is it starts to leach it starts to leach into your system, into your gums, into your teeth. And that's what happened. That's what happened with me. I'm a true believer. And I can't afford to get the tooth reversed or taken out. So kind of makes you wonder, eh? So I mix it with about 8 ounces of water, and I purify my water. Well, take the chloride out. I boil it and I cool it down. And a lot of the times you'll see the calcium settle to the bottom of the container. So yeah, so what I do is I boil it with a lid, and then I let it cool down on the stove, and the sediment will all either go to the sides of the pot or go to the bottom. So after you let it cool, then you pour it, right? That's when you don't get the calcium that's in it. And it's not a good calcium. It's a calcium that can clog your arteries. Done. Okay, so I've done my chelation. That will help get rid of, I mean, think about it. Think about all the heavy metals that are in the products that we use. Underarm deodorant. I stopped using underarm deodorant. I now use castor oil with a little bit of patchouli in it, and it works like a charm, and it's cheaper. Okay. I use castor oil on my skin. My wrinkles have, they're not as deep as they used to be. They're starting to get better. I use castor oil on my teeth, and I find that my gums are shrinking up closer to my teeth. So I find that that's working for me. I do it prior to going to bed at night. I will gargle with some castor oil, and I'll swish it in between my teeth. And I find in the morning that my teeth feel tighter to my gums. Trust me, you'll know. You'll understand. If this happens to you, you will understand what I'm talking about. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. So there's a lot of little processes that I go through to keep my health up. And chelation is just one of them. I'm trying to get rid of all the chemicals that I put into my body. And I used to dye my hair. I had beautiful auburn colored hair, and I used to dye it darker. And sometimes I dye it blonde. I'd bleach it. All those things. But there's chemicals in hair dye also. And there is aluminum, and there is like cigarette smoke, aluminum and ammonia and cadmium and like mercury and all sorts of shit. And it's legal. It's legal. And they actually try to entice you to do it. But it causes so many issues down the road. You don't realize that when you're smoking, you're squinting, and your teeth look a little yellow one day, and you think, just get some of that bleached toothpaste, right? Well, that bleached toothpaste, that has chemicals in it, that has aluminum in it, that has all sorts of preservatives and chemicals in it. So what we're giving our body and what we are getting used to in our society to make ourselves look good, okay, is what's causing the problem. And so I'm choosing to do what I can do to get rid of the chemicals that I willingly ingested. So hopefully you're learning from this. Hopefully you're thinking, and you're thinking, okay, I got to research this because, something's not right here. So I shall see you in the next video. The good Lord be willing. Bye.